Project 2025. Sounds innocuous enough, right? Like a slightly ambitious PowerPoint presentation. But don't let the name fool you. This is not some dusty policy proposal gathering cobwebs in a forgotten corner of the internet. This, my friends, is a full-blown plan, a blueprint, if you will, meticulously crafted by conservative think tanks and Republican operatives. Their goal? To seize control of the federal government and remold it in their image. Think about that for a second. They're not just talking about winning elections, they're talking about dismantling decades of progress. We're talking about gutting social safety nets, bulldozing environmental regulations, and handing over even more power to corporations. And the truly terrifying part? They're not even hiding it. They're openly bragging about it, publishing articles, holding conferences, even recruiting loyalists to staff key government positions. This isn't some crazy conspiracy theory. This is happening right now, in broad daylight. Now you might be thinking, John, this all sounds very alarming, but what does Donald Trump have to do with it? Well, buckle up, because this is where things get really interesting. Trump, always the showman, has latched onto Project 2025 like a barnacle to a whale. He's seen the potential for chaos, for division, for further solidifying his grip on his base. He's out there on his social media platform, on conservative news channels, at his rallies, spewing out a constant stream of misinformation about Project 2025. He's twisting facts, inventing narratives, and demonizing anyone who dares to question his version of events. He's claiming, without a shred of evidence, that Project 2025 is a socialist plot to destroy America. He's saying it's a secret plan to take away your guns, your freedom of speech, your right to eat hamburgers. Okay, maybe not that last one, but you get the point. The man thrives on fear and outrage. It's his political lifeblood. And he's using Project 2025 as the latest bogeyman to scare his supporters into line.
But here's the thing about lies. They don't stand up to scrutiny. When you shine a light on them, they crumble like a cheap suit in a rainstorm. And that's exactly what we're going to do right now. Let's take one of Trump's most egregious claims, that Project 2025 is a radical socialist takeover of the government. Now, I'm no expert, but last time I checked, the Heritage Foundation and the American Enterprise Institute weren't exactly known for their love of Marx and Engels. Politifact, a Pulitzer Prize-winning fact-checking organization, rated this claim pants on fire false. They pointed out that Project 2025 is, in fact, a product of conservative think tanks and that its goals are rooted in long-standing conservative policy priorities. Don't take their word for it, though. Go read the Project 2025 reports yourself. They're all available online. See if you can find a single mention of nationalizing industries, abolishing private property, or any other socialist boogeyman Trump wants you to believe in.
Look, I know this is a lot to process. It's overwhelming, it's infuriating, and frankly, it's exhausting. But here's the cold, hard truth. We can't afford to tune this out, because this election, more than any other in our lifetimes, is about the very soul of our nation. It's about whether we allow ourselves to be ruled by fear, by division, by blatant lies, or whether we choose to stand up for truth, for justice, for the fundamental ideals that this country was founded on. Project 2025 is a canary in the coal mine. It's a stark warning of what's at stake if we don't take this threat seriously. Because if these people succeed in their plan, it won't just be about policy changes or budget cuts. It'll be about fundamentally altering the fabric of our society.
So what can we do? Well, the first step is simple. Get informed. Don't just take my word for it, or Trump's word for it, or anyone's word for it. Read the reports, check the facts, and make up your own mind. But knowledge is useless without action. We need to be talking to our friends, our families, our neighbors. We need to be calling out misinformation when we see it. We need to be holding our elected officials accountable. And most importantly, we need to vote. Register to vote. Check your registration status. Make a plan to vote early, or by mail, or in person on election day. Because in the face of this kind of coordinated assault on our democracy, apathy is not an option. Your vote is your voice. It's your power. And it's the most effective weapon we have against this kind of cynical, self-serving bullshit.
But our work doesn't end on election day. This isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. We need to stay engaged, stay informed, and stay vigilant.
We need to hold our elected officials accountable, demand transparency, and fight for a more just and equitable society. Because Project 2025 isn't just a plan, it's a symptom of a much deeper rot within our political system. A system that too often rewards extremism, division, and misinformation.
So let's channel our anger, our frustration, our fear into action. Let's show them that we won't be silenced, we won't be intimidated, and we won't stand idly by while they try to dismantle our democracy. The future of our country depends on it.